turned on. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Did it break off? Did it break off inside? Do-
Are ready to take a breath. Mitch is very ready. He's got 6 o'clock. His watch is not a Jewish watch, you can tell. Jewish watches run slow. They call it Jewish Standard Time. You know that. But my clock up there is a nice Jewish clock, and it's slow. It's ready for Shabbos. We need to reset it. It's pretty, but it's slow. It's expensive and pretty and slow. Well, speaking of clocks, we're back to Shabbat, and I like this crowd. This is good. Look who's here. All my favorite people are here, minus like 2, and that's it. I don't know who they are, but I don't know if it is. Here he is. He's my favorite guy. So I don't know if you know this, but we are ending one of the most awesome Jewish holidays when Shabbat begins. Do you know what the most awesome Jewish holiday is? So in the Talmud, it even said, and this is going to shock you. This is supposed to be a hint, but I think it's going to send you way off base. The 2 most joyous holidays of the year are Yom Kippur and this holiday. What is it?
Teshuvah.
It's not Shabbat. Good guess. I would have gone there way before Yom Kippur as a happy holiday, that's for sure. It's called, what? Tisha B'Av is the saddest holiday of the year. That was the 9th of Av. It's called Tu B'Av, which means the 15th. Tu means 15. The 15th of the month of Av is the most joyous, most wonderful, magical kind of a holiday. And it's sad that more of us don't know about it. It is the holiday of love. It is a holiday when the women would wear white frocks that they would borrow from each other, and they would frolic in the meadows to be able to pick their life partners. And the guys were being told, do not go by, how expensive her glasses are or what color her nails are. Find out what's inside her, and that's why everybody's wearing white. And this is the crazy part. That's what we would do on Yom Kippur too. One of the reasons we wear white was so that we could frolic and find ourselves partners. I don't think so anymore. But in Israel, Tu B'Av is a lot like Valentine's Day, with chocolates and hearts and roses and all kinds of loving things. It's a day that's an auspicious time to get married. It's an auspicious time to try to find someone. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But because that's kind of sweet and fun. But the other thing that's happening, depending on which calendar you look at, did you see what happened yesterday that was a shock? It rained. You remember rain? There was a minute there that we were saying, rain, rain, please go away. And now it wasn't so bad to rain, but it rained when I wasn't looking. I saw ominous clouds coming, and then when I went back to my car, I had all those ugly dust spots where the rain had hit my car. And so I hope it was good. I don't know. And I was saying, oh, good, now it'll get cooler. But it didn't. But the other thing that happened last night was the full moon. If I tell you that it's Tu B'Av, then you know if I say 2 and it's the 15th of the month, you know that it's a full moon. Because the 15th of the month is the middle of the month, and it is the full moon all the time in Jewish tradition. That's the way it works. Full moon, middle of the month. But this full moon was the second full moon in July, which makes it a blue moon. Blue moon. And it was a blue moon. See, you like that. It was a blue moon, and they are rare. They're not as rare as that expression about once in a blue moon, because that sounds like it never happens. According to this guy named Pruitt, who wrote in 1946 about blue moons, and he kind of misunderstood things, but he's one of the people who started the expression about blue moon. But he said that they come on a cycle 6 times in a 19-year cycle, which reminded me of when the Jewish leap years come too, which was kind of cool to me. Or maybe he said 7. I think it's 7 times. The truth is that they come every 2.7 years. 2.7. So the next time you're going to see it, God willing, is January of 2018. So watch for that. We're together on that one. I know. We'll see you then. But so blue moon, sweet thing. So today we'll see a little bit. And apparently a real blue moon has to do with the amount of volcanic dust and all of these things that actually do create a kind of a blue glow at certain places at certain times of the year. And if you see one of those, that really is rare. But the phenomenon of seeing 2 full moons in a month is not as rare on the secular calendar as you would think. But in order to do that on the Jewish calendar, to see 2 full moons, as one of my students said today at Camp Chai, we would have to be on Tatooine or something. You know, we'd have to be on a Star Wars or something, so that the kind of a planet that already has 2 moons. Anyway, so now that we've put ourselves into perspective, it is Shabbat. No matter how many moons are outside, that's the kind of cool thing about Shabbat, is that it's not tied to the moons, and it's not tied to, it's just tied to counting and getting to 7 again. So, in case you can't tell, we need to take a deep breath. Let it out. Slowly. Try again. Let it out slowly. Leave your lists out the door. We're not even worried about those things. It doesn't matter if it's not done today. It's not going to get done until Sunday sometime, and that's okay. Now, our tradition during the summer is that I make you all the designated blessers. You thought you were going to get out of it for the summer, but instead we make everybody a designated blesser. So tonight we're going to use service 2, and we turn to page 65. And since you're my blessers and since you're my participants, please rise for the candle blessing and the kiddush.
Flip your stole over. Your stole is there.
Ooh. It's a blue moon. Once in a blue moon that happens. So page 65, please join me. As these candles give light to all who behold them, so may we give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu להדליק נר של Shabbat. Shabbat can't. This one's not out, by the way, but it's kind of tilted on its side, so it looks out, but it's not. Let there be joy.
Let there be light.
Let there be peace.
Let there be Shabbat.
I am going to turn to page 165, and I am going to chant this in Hebrew, because if you were at my house, that's what we would be doing. And I get to hold the cup. Nobody wanted to, so it's my turn. But if you want to do it in English, then it's on 166. And if you want to do it in translation, it starts on 165. And I will never know the difference about whether you were transliterating it or if you were reading it in Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uv'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reshit, ki hu yom techila l'mikrah kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta ואותנו קידשת מכהנים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. לחיים. Grape juice. You are welcome to sit down. If you say Shabbat Shalom, say it to somebody you came in with. Say it to somebody you didn't come in with.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos. Yay, we made it. Another Shabbos, our favorite day of the week, and we made it again. We get to take a break. Down in front. What? Take a drink. It's nice. But the grape juice, at least it doesn't make me cough. Every time I take a sip of something alcoholic, I start to cough. And that makes me, but it doesn't make me cough. We continue on page 66. And how appropriate is it for us to celebrate the end of the Day of Love by recognizing that we are here at a wedding ceremony where we are the groom and Shabbat is our bride. So we're welcoming the Shabbat bride on page 66 as we sing Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Wake up. התעוררי, התעוררי. That's what it says. כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. The first verse of that song is especially appropriate this week. It says Shamor v'zachor. In the English it says keep and remember, a single command. That's because in the Torah we hear the Decalogue twice. And the first time we hear it, we hear Shamor, which is keep or protect the Sabbath day. And the second time, which is the Torah portion we're going to be talking about tomorrow, the second time it doesn't say keep the Shabbat, it says remember Shabbat. And they're telling us that there are two different ways of talking about the commandment about Shabbat, but it's really one single command. We just sang about that. We continue on page 67. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness and of the impulse within us for justice and mercy, we pray that this hour of worship may be one of vision and inspiration. Help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives.
Bless all who enter this sanctuary in search and in need, all who bring to this place the offering of their hearts. May our worship here lead us to fulfill our words and intentions with acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Amen.
Amen.
We have come together to strengthen our bonds with our people Israel. Like Jews of generations past, we celebrate the grandeur of creation. Like Jews of every age, We echo our people's ancient call for justice.
Our celebration is a sharing of memory and hope.
We are Jews, but each of us is unique. We stand apart and alone, with differing feelings and insights. And yet we are not entirely alone and separate, for we are children of one people and one heritage.
Our celebration unites many separate selves into a single chorus.
And we are one in search of life's meaning. All of us know despair and exaltation. All bear burdens. All have moments of weakness and times of strength. All sing songs of sorrow and love.
May our celebration bring us strength along our way.
In this circle of hope, in the presence of the sacred, may the heart come to know itself and its best, finding a fresh impulse to love the good.
May our celebration lead us to work for the good, and may this Shabbat give strength to us and to our people Israel.
We are glad to be worshiping here together. We have to turn this on like this, because my thing broke. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Many are the generations of Israel, and in every age we have sought the living God through Sabbath rest and worship. This time and place hold the power to increase our joy in the eternal. O God, even as we seek you in the sanctuary, help us to know that your glory fills all space. Make us understand that you are with us at all times, if we but open our minds to you.
We feel the presence of your Spirit in our homes and on our ways. We see the beauty of your creation in mountain, sea, and sky, and in the human form. We hear you in the silence of our own hearts, speaking the truths the heart knows.
May we be your witness to the world, your messenger to all the earth.
May we show forth your image within us, the divine spark that makes us human.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
בעלמא דברה חירותה וימליך מלכותה. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמך דקודשה בריחו לעלמין כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. As day departs, as the dark of night descends, we lift our eyes to the heavens. In awe and wonder, our hearts cry out.
How majestic is your name in all the earth.
A vast universe, who can know it? What mind can fathom it? We look out to the endless suns and ask, what are we? What are our dreams and our hopes? What are we that you are mindful of us? What are we that you should care for us?
And yet within us abides a measure of your Spirit. You are remote, but oh how near, ordering the stars in the vast solitudes of the dark, yet whispering in our minds that you are closer than the air we breathe. For you have made us little less than divine, and crowned us with glory and honor.
With love and awe we turn to you, and in the dark of evening we seek the light of your presence. One and only God, you have made each of us unique and formed us to be united in one family of life. Be with us, Eternal One, as we seek to unite our lives with your power and your love.
We proclaim now your oneness and our own hope for unity. We acclaim your creative power in the universe and in ourselves, the law that binds world to world and heart to heart.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. This is part of the Torah portion we read this weekend as well, starting with the Shema and continuing with this. I will chant this in the Hebrew. You are welcome to read it in the Hebrew or the English. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness, a world waiting still to be redeemed, give us, O source of good, the courage to say, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and your love.
From Egypt, the house of bondage, we were delivered. At Sinai, amid peals of thunder, we bound ourselves to your purpose. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, we survived oppression and exile, time and again overcoming the forces that would have destroyed us.
Our failings are many, our faults are great, yet it has been our glory to bear witness to our God and to keep alive in dark ages the vision of a world redeemed.
May this vision never fade. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we sing with one accord, as Moses, Miriam, and Israel sang at the shores of the sea. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele, malchutecha רעו בניך, בוקי הים לפני משה, צאלים לנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך, לעולם ועד. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. I'm at the bottom of 74. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts, and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up to find our hearts waiting to do your will.
We praise you, guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world.
O God of Israel, may our worship on this day help us to grow in loyalty to our covenant with you and to the way of life it demands, the way of gentleness and justice, the path of truth and of peace. Vishameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורות ברית העולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. וישמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית העולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. וישמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית העולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. וישמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית העולם. We continue with the tefillah on page 76, and we rise. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, ve'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Hasadim Tovim, ve'Konei Hakol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. Source of all being, we turn to you as did our people in ancient days. They beheld you in the heavens, they felt you in their hearts. They sought you in their lives. Now their quest is ours. Help us, O God, to celebrate the wonder of being. Give us the courage to search for truth. Teach us the path to a better life. So shall we, by our lives and our labors, bring near to realization the great hope inherited from ages past for a world transformed by liberty, justice, and peace. Your might, O God, is everlasting.
Help us to use our strength for good.
You are the source of life and blessing.
Help us to choose life for ourselves and our children.
You are the support of the falling.
Help us to lift up the fallen.
You are the author of freedom.
Help us to free the captive.
You are our hope in death as in life.
Help us to keep faith with those who sleep in the dust.
Your might, O God, is everlasting.
Help us to use our strength for good.
You are Kadosh, holy, and your name is Kadosh, holy. And those who strive to be Kedoshim, holy, declare your glory day by day. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. We praise you, Eternal One, the Holy God. No? Let's read this together in English in the middle of page 78. Those who keep the Sabbath and call it a delight shall rejoice in your deliverance. All who hallow the seventh day shall be gladdened by your goodness. This day is Israel's festival of the Spirit, sanctified and blessed by you, the most precious of days, a symbol of the joy of creation. We continue together. God of Israel, may our worship on this Sabbath bring us near to all that is high and holy. May it bind the generations in bonds of love and sharing, and unite us with our people in common hope and faith. And through Sabbath rest and worship, may we learn to find fulfillment and joy in the vision of peace for all the world. You are with us in our prayer, in our love and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble and pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Eternal source of good, we give thanks for the numberless gifts and blessings that fill our days, for life itself and its endless variety, for all that sustains body and mind, for love and friendship, for the delights of the senses, and for the excellence of your Torah, which deepens our life and enriches our days. Teach us, God of wonders, to work for a just and compassionate society, where all may share your gifts in the joy of freedom.
Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon likol hashalom. Ki ata Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
Take a moment to talk to God, but we do it silently. A moment of silent prayer. May the words of my mouth demands of my heart.
Lefanecha.
Be acceptable to you.
Lefanecha.
Be acceptable to you.
Adonai Tzuri.
God, my rock,
Tzuri vegoali.
my rock and my redeemer.
Adonai Tzuri.
God, my rock
vegoali.
and redeemer. Amen. At this time in our service, our hearts and our prayers turn to those who are ill or recuperating as we turn to the inside back cover of our prayer book. We hold the names in our hearts of all of our friends and family who are ill or recuperating. If you have names that you would like to call out loud, I invite you to do so.
Sister Mary Jones, Sister Mary Charles.
For all these names and for the names we choose to hold in our hearts and not say out loud, we read together. Oh God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. And we add, Misheberach Avotenu ve'imotenu. May the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we have entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom and protecting us in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they have been called to serve. May they return home safely, and let us say,
Amen.
So, two things tied together then for me today. One was this lovely holiday of Tu B'Av, which is that love holiday. And the other is that in the Torah portion, we talk about the Ve'ahavta. And you know, Ve'ahavta has always, I love that prayer. I mean, I just love that reading. There's a lot in it, but that first line especially, Ve'ahavta Adonai Elohecha. You have to love your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your being. And it always troubles me that we are commanded to love God. Because it seems like something that you can't command. It seems like something that you, what? I don't know, sometimes you earn, you gain, you something, but command it. And it's not the only time in the Torah that we're commanded to love. In fact, the only time that it's talking about love is usually as a command. It says, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. That's a command. And it's a double command because it says you have to love yourself and figure out how to love your neighbor because of how you love yourself. So a couple of things. Reading up about this and about this holiday, about love, I realized a few things that are interesting. First of all, you know that I like the fact that in the Torah it tells us that love really does come from your heart. And I think it's true. I think that when you find something or someone that you love, that you truly feel it here somewhere. You feel it. There's like a tingle right here that you feel. And I love the fact that it's Torah that tells me that. But I heard a description that was trying to talk about the difference between the kind of love that Judaism teaches versus the kind of love that we think about in the secular world. And they described the secular love as the Cupid love. That there's this little thing that flies around and shoots you with an arrow, and then all of a sudden you're like, look, I love this person. I didn't even notice they existed before. And they even call it falling in love. which they said sounded like you're more of a victim than a participant. It sounds dangerous, this falling in love business. So instead, in Jewish tradition, and I had to write it down, hold on, it's here somewhere. This is how they described it. Tell me if you think that this is what Judaism is, what love is. It says that it is emotional pleasure of that a human being experiences when he or she understands and focuses on the virtues of another human being. You have to understand and focus on the virtues of another human being. Do we make movies about that kind of love? You're focusing on the virtues. And so the point about focusing on the virtues is that that is something that you can be commanded to do. That if it commands you to love your neighbor as yourself, then to some extent what you've got to do is you may not notice your neighbor, but you're commanded to notice. You're commanded to notice the virtues of your neighbor and commanded to notice your own. I think that's an interesting thing. They brought up the point in something that I was reading in a different context than this, but they were saying, when you think about this, what it can do for us, when we focus on virtues, then when something terrible, and we did just have Tisha B'Av, and we were reminded of all kinds of horrible events that happened, just painful events in Jewish history. And I said that I could relate to some extent by thinking about 9/11, what happened to us after 9/11. After 9/11, I watched this country unite in a way that I had never seen before, that I personally had never seen before. The kind of unity that I was feeling in this country was amazing. And I think what happened is we focused on our virtues. We focused on the virtues of what it meant to be Americans that work together, and we won't take this stuff from nobody. And we work together. And I think about that now. I'm watching things in the world where it feels like we're not focusing on virtues, we're focusing on differences. And it becomes a scary, terrible, dangerous place. So I'm going to invite people to remember, I'm not picking on anybody here, picking on myself. Focus on the virtues. See the things that are good in each other. So one of the other sources that I found said that they are recommending, and I don't know that it started this year, I was trying to find out what the beginning of this was, but even if it starts this year, they're recommending something that they call a Tu B'Av project. The Tu B'Av project. So you can probably guess what Tu B'Av project is. They think that everyone, especially someone who's already got a partner, every married couple or every partnership, should pick someone who doesn't have a partner, who might like a partner, and find a partner for that person. Because you are uniquely qualified to be able to help. And so they said, and when you do that, so you have already seen, everybody here has watched some of that go wrong. So you say, oh, you like basketball and you like basketball, you guys should so get together. And then you get together and it's a disaster. And so then you wonder if I will ever trust your advice again on who you think I should be with. So it feels like a bad thing, but this is what they said. Going back to that definition, find the virtues. Ask the person that, let's pretend like the rabbi is single and you want to pick a spouse for the rabbi, a partner for the rabbi. So let's just hypothetically. So instead of saying, what are your favorite TV shows or what's your favorite drink, Sydney sees I have an ulterior motive here. So instead of saying something like that, so yeah, I like chocolate. Is that going to make a lifelong relationship just because I like chocolate? No. But make sure it's somebody who doesn't hate chocolate. That would be bad. But they suggest, ask the person who you're trying to find a partner for, ask the person what they think their personal 4 best virtues are. And that's not so easy to talk about yourself or think about what you think your best virtues are. But talk it over with them. Find out what they think their 4 favorite best virtues are. And ask them what they think their partner's 4 most important virtues would be. And then if you find someone who has those virtues, the things that person thought were important, then maybe that's a better time to try to see if they could get together. And then if you happen to hypothetically be someone who was set up on one of these blind dates, then go back to the person and say thank you. I mean, it didn't work out, but thank you. That was a nice try. So be kind and loving each other as yourself. But I think it's kind of I don't know. And I'm not saying pick on me, because if you ask me what my 4 favorite, most important virtues are for me, I would probably cry in a puddle, because you're asking me. I can't even tell you what my favorite color is, so it would be a very bad thing to try to do to this single person. But it's kind of an interesting project. We've got lots of all kinds of fun projects that we have. That could be, now find out if they want to have somebody. But it might be kind of nice, just hypothetically. Anyway, see if we can find more love in this world. Although my heart is kind of filled up with love already right now, so I don't know if that's pick on some other rabbi, I guess, I don't know. All right, so happy Love Day, everybody. I want to remind you to join us for our Oneg Shabbat, because not only do we have our normal wonderful, our special wonderful Oneg Shabbat refreshments, but tonight we're also celebrating Angie's birthday, and her friend Margaret made a cake for us. I say another. Margaret makes stuff a lot. Much of what we eat is from Margaret, and this is a very special cake, so please join us and wish Angie happy birthday. Tonight's movie that we will watch after you've had your Oneg Shabbat cake and refreshments is Oh God, starring George Burns as God, and John Denver as assistant store manager, which I think is pretty cool, because, Karen, our secretary's husband, is the manager, so there's like this really kind of nice connection that we have with it. It won awards. It's directed by Carl Reiner. It's PG. The only subtitles we're showing are the ones to help us hear what they say. It's not in another language, and you don't have to read it very fast. And the seats, I think, are comfy in there. It's 98 minutes long, free pizza, free popcorn, some free pop. So I hope you come and join us. We had a lot of fun. This is the last movie we're showing this summer, I think. Although I did buy a couple more movies to try to show you at other times, because we really like this, and I hope you do too. Donations were made to B'nai Zion for pulpit flowers in loving memory of Minnie P. Manasseh by the Lewis and McGovern families. Anybody else have news for us that we can share? Yes, sir?
With us this evening are the Weisses. They're on their way home to South Texas near Brownsville, and they're just passing through. You can say welcome to them, and they're going to join us.
The Weisses? Have you been through here before? Oh, you look you must just look Jewish. I don't know. But I kept thinking I saw them at a bar mitzvah or something. We're glad that you're here. We have a bunch of people here that make sure everybody feels welcome here. That's all I can say. Make sure everybody feels. But we're glad you're here. That's part of what I love about being in Shreveport, is we've got these opportunities. It's not the first time that people who are traveling through want a place to be, and they come and they join us. And we love the fact that we hope that people find it a warm and welcoming place. I'm going to take a second and get on a soapbox for a moment. Saturday mornings, we have had people who have had to say Kaddish for relatives, and they're traveling through, and they come on a Saturday morning, and they come here, and we've been able to have minions for them to say Kaddish too. I don't know if it's because it's summer, or I don't know if it's because our congregation has changed somehow, but we have not had a lot of minions lately over the summer. Sometimes it's me and Margaret and Virginia. That's all the only people who are there. And so I'm just not sure. I wanted to ask you whether you thought Saturday morning services are just a thing of the past, or if you think that we should make sure that we've got enough of a service so that if the Weisses were coming in the morning, they would make sure there was a minion for them too. That's what I would like to see. I would like to know that we've got it. Torah study, we have 12 people every week, and we have a wonderful time, and Margaret's delicious food. But services, not so much. And I don't know if that means that our service days are over or what. So I need to hear your opinions, not right now, catch me another time, but I really need to know what you think about this. Lots of Reformed congregations don't have services at all on Saturday. When I talked to certain board members about it, they said, well, what you have to do is kind of, they didn't say it this way, sneak some of the prayers into the Torah study, and then you know you've got a minion. And it's not exactly what I have in mind. We have a really wonderful time, and it's a casual, loving group that comes together, but we're not getting a lot of people coming, so I don't know why. So let me know what you think. Having said that, we now turn to page 148. I am going to invite the birthday girl. Angie, would you come up, please, and open the ark? You could do that. Well, the rest of us turn to page 148. I usually pick the youngins, so you're our youngin today. It's your birthday. Page 148, and we rise as the ark is open. And it's the anniversary of her bat mitzvah.
Yes, it is.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula yotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. And we continue in the middle of 149 and we sing, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. When the ark is closed, you may be seated. I found out recently about an officer who died in the line of duty from a congregant from someone who's interested in being a congregant, but doesn't live close enough to here to come that often, and who's often working at a correctional facility. And they told me that one of their co-workers had been killed on duty. And I realized that we honor the memory of those who had died serving in the military, and I'm not always aware of those who died serving as officers of the law as well. But there is now, I found, a website called ODMP, which stands for Officer Down Memorial Page.org. And I wanted to share these names with you because I think that's a very important thing for us to know about as well. On July 15th, we lost Timothy Davison. He was 47 years old. He had been on this tour for 8 months, and he was beaten to death walking an inmate from one place to another. We lost on July 17th, that was in Texas. In New Orleans on July 17th, we lost Vernell Brown. He was 47 years old. He had been in the service in this tour for 17 years. He was struck by a car on US 90 near I-10. He was investigating. There was a car fire on the side of the road, and a car hit him. And on July 22nd in California, we lost Scott Lunger. He was a sergeant. He was 48 years old. He had been serving for 15 years. He got shot conducting a traffic stop. He saw that there was a car driving erratically. He called for backup. There was another car with him. When they went up to talk to the person in the car, he was shot. Eventually, each one of the perpetrators in these are in custody at this point. But I think it's important for us to remember those people who are serving in any way, who are protecting us. So we remember them. And we continue on page 151. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We turn to page 153. In nature's ebb and flow, your eternal law abides. As you are our support in the struggles of life, so also are you our hope in death. In your care, O God, are the souls of all the living and the spirits of all flesh. Your power gives us strength. Your love comforts us. O life of our life, soul of our soul, Cause your light to shine into our hearts. Fill us with trust in you, and turn us again to the tasks of life. And may the memory of our loved ones inspire us to continue their work for the coming of your sovereign rule. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved ones who died at this season in years past, as we take them into our hearts with our own. Those for whom we are observing your sites this week include Helen Batt, Alfred E. Bailey, Leo Friedman, Rosina Willer-Gam, Elisa Ginsberg, Auguste Goldstein, Fanny B. Helperin, Bessie Nossick Herold, Kate Kahn, David Kessler, Irene K. Kessler, Ned Michael Lazarus, Lillian Levy, Minnie P. Manasseh, Abraham Shalinsky, Ben Sauer, Boris Weinstein. Does anyone else have a yortzeit or observing? Okay. In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we rise as together we praise your name. Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 154. The translation is 155. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'yomru amen. Yeheh shemei Rabbah mevarach la'alam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudshah b'richu. La'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. Can we sing an Ein Keloheinu today? I would like to do an Ein Keloheinu. 159. 159, sorry. Got it? Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Micheloheinu, Michadonenu, Miche Malkeinu, Miche Moshienu. Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Malkeinu, Nodel Moshienu. Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. I'm going to pick on the youngest guy here. I didn't even have to say his name. How did he know? He did, he knew. I want to thank him again for what he did when I was gone that time. Would you help us with the motzi? However you want to do it. Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Crash, let's throw it on the floor. Take and pass. And there's more up there for everybody. But please rise for the closing benediction. While you're standing, I'm going to let you know the bulletin is done. It's posted online. It's been sent to the printer. I don't think it's been mailed, though, yet. So if you want to find it, it's the August bulletin. It's already online. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'choneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you, be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face always be lifted up to you. May God grant you peace and love. Shabbat shalom.